Savannah, I'm coming home, Savannah, we'll never be alone, Savannah, the beauty of the world, Savannah, let's all take a walk, Savannah, I'm coming home, Savannah, we'll never be alone, Savannah, the beauty of the world, Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, I'm coming home, Savannah, we'll never be alone, Savannah.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden road, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now, a little stronger now. Cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now, a little stronger now, a little stronger now, a little stronger now, a little stronger. You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now, a little stronger now.
You always want what you can't have, and while you have it, you can. But still, my heart, the moment I laid eyes on it. How do you know how you will feel when everything changes? Where will I go? Where will you be? How will I know? How do you know how you will feel when everything changes? There was a time when you had me falling to the ground, like a king without a crown. Whoa, why you make it hard? Don't let me down. You might as well be lost, but I'm found. I'm waiting for your love. You just keep me hanging on, and I deserve to stay, and I'll find my way. Just know you're not alone, 'cause I'm your home. I wanna be with you always. No, you're not alone, 'cause I'm your home. Whoa. In the dark we fight. You take the wrong and you make it right. Like a firefly, you're glowing at night. So don't make it hard, don't let me go. I wanna hold you tight when you're cold. I'm waiting for your love. You just keep me hanging on. I deserve to stay, and I will find my way. I will find my way. Ain't no love like a real love, but it goes so fast. All tied up like a captive. I'm on to you. Used to pit in my mind like standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I know no patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger,
Welcome back to FRL, ladies and gents. We're here for round 4 of the PureSimGear GT3 Championship at Kyalami for round 4. This time, not the easiest of tracks for the GT3 cars. Quite narrow is Kyalami, and in my opinion, is a great track for racing, especially in GT4 cars. But here we go, we're in the GT3s this time. And currently leading the championship in the AM class, we've got Draco 22 in the 700 Lamborghini. Let's see if he's here today. I can't seem to find him at the moment. So we may not have him in the lobby yet. But let's hope we can... hope he joins it soon. I'm not aware of any withdrawals for today, but in the pro class we've got Matthew Nishira still leading the championship on 123 points, followed by Tueaday in P2 with 101. But also in the AM class, Petrovic's just 4 points behind Draco, so Draco on 118 points. And Petrovic on 114, and in third Terry Williams on 77, and in third for the pro class we have Rick Tadema on 91, so quite close in the pro class between the top three. But let's switch back to qualifying. Currently got Sebastian on a provisional pole with a 141.1 pretty much, and Chris Vinning very close behind him, 5 hundredths separating the top two then. But there's still 9 minutes left of qualifying. Track is optimum, 18 degrees, and no cloud coverage from what we've got on the weather forecast, and hardly any wind either, 1 kilometer per hour, which is absolutely nothing, so drivers won't have to worry about that either. Look, a few drivers entering the pits now, possibly getting some more fuel on board. I assume a lot of these drivers will be running very low fuel load for qualifying, and Chris Vinning seems to be up on his time, so could this be provisional pole for him? Looks like the only driver that's close to taking it at the moment. It's coming up to the final few corners now on the brakes. It's very easy to run deep on the brakes in this right-hander there, but Chris Vinning using all of the exit curb. Oh, tags the sausage curb on the inside a bit, and that's his lap invalidated, unfortunately. For Marco Chiedi, currently in P3, 1.5 tenths off the provisional pole time set by Sebastian. And at the moment, Chiedi not on for an improvement, but he's still got 2 sectors to go. So plenty of corners to improve on. There we go, he's a 10th up already. 2 tenths up. This could be a good lap for Chiedi. As long as he can keep it together. Let's go on board with him now in the number 737 Lamborghini. I believe Chiedi is a 737 pilot as well, so hence the number he is running today. Using all of the curb on the outside and the entry curb. He's currently 3 tenths up. Tucks it in nicely and back on the power very early. Let's hope he can miss the sausage curb on the inside. He does there, and keeps it within the track, 4 tenths up. doesn't seem like he's made any mistakes this lap, and it's going to be provisional pole here for Keddy as he crosses the line. There we go, 140.832. I believe he's going to return to the pits then after that. Let's have a look further down the field. Alex Zaptel is 6/10 up on his lap, currently sitting in P13, 1.7 seconds off of the provisional pole time. But he's looking for an improvement this time around. Oh, a bit of a slide on the rear there, but it hasn't lost him any time. Still 5/10 up, coming through the final sector now. Running off the final corner, and he is 7/10 up, so this could be a very good improvement for Zactel. Could this put him in P8? No, not enough. P9 there, but very close between, I believe that's Amir and Zactel. Just 300 separating those two drivers. But only 5 minutes left of quali, and your championship leader for the pro class, Nashira, hasn't been able to put it on pole yet. It's currently sitting in P5, 5/10 off of the provisional pole time from Keddy. Bentley possibly struggling around this track. Zachetti also in P6, so the two Bentleys quite close to each other in qualifying. But neither able to get towards the front row. As I say that, Zachetti is 3/10 up. He's got some traffic in front of him though. Flash of the lights there from him. But there we go. McLaren moves out of the way. Blue flags were waved. But he has lost some time. He's now only 2/10 up. No, that could put him then in P5, I believe. No, it's not enough. So P6 there for Zachetti, still behind Nashira. And let's look further down. Number 64, Honda. Honda is quite a good car on the Intercontinental tracks. Currently sitting in P10, and he is 2/10 up, so looking to gain a few more positions in qualifying. Manages to keep within the track limits, rounds off the final corner. Now a good exit there from the 64 Honda. Where will this place him? Is it going to be enough? It's going to, yeah, it is enough for P8. There we go. So the top 10 for the 64 Honda. And Danix in the 198 Ferrari, currently 2 seconds off, but he is in the AM class. So that's currently sitting P3 in the AM class, I believe. And he is 3/10 up, so let's see, rounds off the final corner. Where does this put him? Crosses the line now, puts him in P14. So the highest AM driver in qualifying at the moment. Let's double check that. Yes, the highest AM driver is Danix in P14. Sure, he'll be happy with that, but we've got the 23 Lexus, who is on for an improvement this lap. He was a 10th up, may have lost it on the exit. Oh, and he's gone wide, so that's going to be an invalid. But he's going to keep it out on track in the hope to improve. Just 2 minutes left to go. Amir is 4/10 up this lap. This could see him in around about P7, unless he can pull a few tenths out from these last few corners. Oh, he's run wide there again, and he's lost the car. Big hit in the wall, big collision there, and that's not going to be an improvement for him. As the restaurant this lap is 2/10 up currently. This could see him on the provisional pole for the AM class. Also looking further down the field, Ollie Clegg 4/10 up, coming up to the final few corners now. 5/10 up. How far is he off? 4.8 seconds currently off of the provisional pole time, which is still held by Keddy. Now where does this put Clegg? 5/10 up, crosses the line, puts him into P31 then, so a position gained for Clegg. The number 80 BMW of Matthias Mayer then is 3/10 up on his lap. Currently in the final sector. Let's hope he can keep it together here, using all the exit curb necessary. Manages to keep it within track limits, and we've seen there quite a few drivers pushing the car a bit too much and losing the car on the exit. But it's going to be an improvement for the number 80 BMW, and he puts it up into P25. But there we go, there doesn't look like anyone else will be able to take pole position. So here we go, Marco Keddy taking pole position, followed by Chris Fitting on the front row, Sebastian in P3, and Alfred Barron puts up into P4. But we'll be back shortly for the race, so make sure to stay tuned. go, then we're back for the formation lap here. Drivers trying to get some heat into their tyres and brakes. Track is slightly warmer than it was in qualifying, now 20 degrees. I believe it was 18 in qualifying. Wind is also the same, so not much of a difference in conditions here. That will favour quite a few of these drivers, so they won't have to fiddle around with their tyre pressures really. You can see Keddy weaving, trying to get as much temperature as he can in his tyres. But I think it's better just to ride the brake, try and get heat into the tyres. It's possibly the most effective way to do so. But Nishiro, not the best qualifying result. Currently down in P8. That might not be great for his championship here, because his championship rival Sacchetti, who's only, I believe, 22 points behind him, is qualified in P5, so he's going to have the advantage here on the start. But where Nishiro is starting means he's directly behind Sacchetti. You've got drivers lining up side by side now as they approach the end of the formation lap. Lining up ready for the lights to go green as we cross the line now, and still not green yet. There we go, green lights are on, green flags are waved, and Keddy's got to a great start there. He's going to hold the inside line coming down into turn 1, but that's I think that's Sebastian having a look up the inside. No, he has to back out of that, and that's going to allow Chris to try the outside, but no, there's not enough room into turn 1, so Keddy holds on. Oh, I think we've had an accident there somewhere. Let's try and see what's happened. Green flags are still being waved. Oh, there was a yellow. I think that's that's Matthias Meyer who's into the wall there. So I'm not sure what's happened to him, but let's go back to the battle for the lead. Keddy still holding on to it well, followed by Chris Vinning and Sebastian. Top 3 are slightly pulling away from the rest of the pack, but the Honda number 64 already up into P5. He's just been passed by, I believe that was Alfie Barron, but he's got the, yes it was, he's got the Bentley of Sacchetti right behind him. The Honda's going to go defensive coming to the right-hander here. Can the Bentley of Sacchetti try and go around the outside? He's going to attempt it, but no, that's going to invite, that is Toth down the inside, but he has to back out of that as the corner narrows. And the Honda of Mate doing very, very well here on the opening lap, already up into P5 when he started P6, so upper position from the start. The top 4 are the same as where they qualified. They actually switched to Richter Demo, who's gained 10 positions off the start. Likewise has Tyshawn Green there. Quinn Wall up 15 positions too, and he's going to have a look on the inside. Oh, contact there with Ian Thompson. But it wasn't much to make anything of it. Let's go back to the battle for the lead then. Keddy's still facing pressure from Vinning and Leimuller there. Got two Bentleys breathing down his neck. But he's doing a good job at holding them off here, holding them at bay. Very easy to defend in Sector 2 and Sector 3 in Kyalami here, but Sector 1, especially the start-finish straight, is the widest part of the circuit, and that's where most of the overtakes are going to happen here at Kyalami. You can see Vinning and Leimuller just waiting patiently to try and get the move done on Keddy, but I think Vinning slightly missed the apex on the inside for the final corner, and you can see it's hindered his exit speed. He's losing time now to Keddy, but under the braking is going to catch up. That's the Constantina effect for you. See the gap slightly increased after that, but I actually think Vinning's gained some time back on Keddy. Now coming down towards Sunset Corner, very long right-hander here. Feels like it's never ending. Keddy bouncing all over the exit curb. He's doing a great job here. Let's look further down the field for the battle for P5. The Honda still doing a very good job at holding off Zachetti. He's got Nashira right behind him as well. So Nashira is going to want to make the positions up as soon as possible. Zachetti off the start has lost the position. And the Honda 64 has gained one. Yeah, it would be great to see a Honda finish in the top 5 or in the top 10. You know, like I said earlier, the Honda's very good on the intercontinental tracks. Come down into the final corner now. Will Zachetti have the run coming down into turn 1? Seemed to have got the better exit, but ran slightly wide. The Honda is able to open the gap slightly coming down into turn 1. I don't think the Bentley of the Shearer of Zachetti is going to be able to have a look down the inside. No, still just waiting in the wings of the 64 Honda then. Currently Alfie Barron with the fastest lap of a race with a 141.525. We've got Emma Hussain in the comments saying, let's go Amir. And Indriani, Els Indriani, rooting for Keddy. He's currently leading the race at the moment. Let's actually switch back to him. He's opened up a slight gap to Vinning in P2. But it's not enough for him to be able to feel comfortable yet. You can see in the background, that's Alfie Barron catching up to these top 3, so it's potentially a 4-car battle now for the lead. Keddy's going to have a lot of pressure on his shoulders, but he needs to keep focusing on the road ahead of him. And you can see in the background as well, that's the Honda 64, Zachetti and Nashira all catching up to the top 4 once again. I think that would be their best bet, to work together to try and catch up the lead pack. But at the moment they are lapping slower than the race leaders. Alfie Barron that last lap setting a new fastest lap of a 1:41.227. So he's really looking to make some gains tonight here at Kyalami. So let's look further down the field. Once again, we'll keep an eye on this battle. Looks like Toshan Green has made a position on Quinn Wall, but Wall's going to try and get that position back. That's the Audi of Toshan Green, very loose on the exit. But he's managed to keep the position somehow. And Wall not able to capitalise on the 325 Audi's mistake. But look at that, he's glued to the rear bumper, and Green's going to have to go defensive. And Quinn Wall, I'm not sure what happened there. I think he tried to look to the outside, but was a bit too aggressive on the steering and lost the car there. And that's severe damage for the Lexus. Look at that, the bonnet is completely out of shape. And that's not going to help with his race tonight. It's going to be some lengthy repairs for him. But here we go, look at that, Vinning is glued to the rear bumper of Keddy, coming out the final corner now. And Sebastian losing a bit of time. He's a bit spaced out now to Vinning. That's going to leave him prone to Barron, who's still not able to get close enough, but he has been catching every lap to the top three. And he's lapping significantly quicker than the top three then. Looks like Nishira is up into P5. Zachetti down into P14. What's happened to him? Has he got any damage to the car? Yes, he does. See, there's damage on the rear, so possibly Nishira making contact with him, but we don't have any confirmation on that. It was the 84 car. Is the 84 car... who is the 84 car actually? I think we've had some more contact. That was Attila, who's had some contact with someone, but it doesn't seem to be like much. You can see a slight bit of damage on the left hand side of the car. But I assume... see if we can get a replay of what happened. It would be the 19 car of Nishira and the 126 car of Zachetti. 126, yes we do have a replay of the accident. Let's hope this works. No, I'm not sure if I can get a replay of that. But yeah, that's fine. We'll leave that for now. Let's go back to the race lead. Keddy opening up a gap once again. He's just managing the gap to Vinning in P2 at the moment. But now this is definitely a 4-car battle for the lead. And they've completely dropped the rest of the field. 6 seconds to the man in P5, Nishira. And he's got some work on his hands because he's currently got... that's a back marker behind him, so that won't be anyone he's battling for position. Let's go down here. We've got Danix trying to hold off Wendy in the 800 McLaren. McLaren is hot on his tail now, coming down the fast section of Sector 3. Very fast corners here, sweeping left and then right. But the McLaren not able to get the move done yet. Might have been a bit deep on the brakes there. But Danik's still doing a great job at holding on here. But they've got... Oh, that's a McLaren having a look up the inside. But possibly just trying to show himself in the rearview mirrors of Danik's. But like I said, we've got Sergio Oz in the background catching up to these two. And also Zachetti after his incident. So possibly another 4-car battle now for P12 heating up here at Kyalami. Let's go back to this battle. Baron looks strong here at Kyalami, but Vinning now taking the fastest lap of the race with a 141.0, almost into the 140s. No other driver has been able to manage that. The closest driver to that has been Alfie Baron with a 141.1. But if he continues battling with Sebastian, he's going to lose time to Keddy and Vinning, and you can see they're already losing time here. Alfie's best bet would be to get past as soon as possible. But with Kyalami being such a narrow track, it's not easy to do. I know, may be thinking about the undercut here. If he can time it right and get himself into clean air, this is what's going to be great for him. Coming through the final corner now, and you can see they've already lost a second to the top two now, nearly a second and a half actually. And Alfie Baron's still not close enough. Is he going to go for a lunge in turn one? No, he plays it sensible and sticks behind Sebastian, but he really needs to get past as soon as possible. Yeah, let's look down to this battle. Looks like the 64 Honda has dropped a few positions. It's currently down in P8 now. So we're losing 2 positions off his qualifying position, which was P6. See there the Honda, followed by Amir in the 789 Ferrari. These 3 drivers not spaced out by much, and Amir that last lap faster than both these 2 drivers ahead, so he's going to be on the back of them within a lap or so. That's the Honda had a look up the inside, but I had to back out that one now. That's allowed Amir to get right into the back of these 2. Just waiting for them to trip over each other. Coming down to turn 1, the Honda has the slipstream. Doesn't seem to be enough though to warrant a move down the inside. But you can see Amir just trying to plan ahead and get the better exit. And that's the thing with Kyalami, you need to be thinking corners ahead to go for an undercut, go for a switchback, and get the move done. Switchback now to the race lead. Keddy and Vinning have pulled a 2.5 second gap to Sebastian and Baron. So it's now 2 sets of 2 cars battling it out for podium positions here. Keddy's still holding on to P1, 9 laps led here at Kyalami, but Sebastian doing an amazing job at holding off Baron, but as a result he's lost out to Vinning and Keddy. But he may not be thinking about a top 2 finish here. He may just be thinking about holding on to the final podium spot. And Baron's still not able to get past him yet. doesn't look like he's going to have the run coming down into turn 1. He's a bit too far back at the moment. So for another lap, Alfie's still behind Sebastian. Let's go down now. It's battle for P11. Still, we've got 3-4 cars battling it out here for P11. Tadema's slightly ahead of the number 800 McLaren of Wendy here, but he's could be in the contention for this battle. Let's call it a 5-car battle then. Tadema, Wendy, Danix, Sergio Oz and Zachetti all battling it out for P10. Yeah, this is definitely a 5-car battle now, and Danix is facing quite a bit of pressure from Sergio Oz behind. Both these drivers in different classes, but they'll definitely be battling it out on track. That's the Ferrari kicking up a bit of dirt there. That's not going to help his tyres at all. Has that allowed Oz to get the better exit? I think he has got the better exit. Blue flags being waved. I'm not sure who that's for, but Danix is going to have to go defensive here. No, he's left the door open, and that's Oz. Sergio Oz down the inside, doesn't really want to battle with someone who's not in the same class, but he's having to use the runoff there. A bit of contact between the two. Is he going to try and get switched back? Sergio Oz moves back over to the racing line, and that's Zachetti diving into the pits there. So I believe the first driver to go. No, there's been quite a few drivers in the pits already. So from P26 to P34, all the drivers who've served their mandatory pit stop. Zachetti and Thompson will be joining them as well. Back to the race lead. Keddy still holding off Vinning. I think Vinning is just being patient here. He has got the fastest lap of the race, and he is currently lapping faster than Keddy, but that's what you need to do to break away from the pack behind, so you can just focus on the driver ahead of you. And he's playing the waiting game, he's playing the long game, and an undercut is definitely going to be strong here for Vinning. Keddy's best option here would possibly be to back up Vinning into the two drivers behind, because Vinning is in a great position for an undercut at the moment, but he's going to keep it out on track, and I assume he would want to get the position done on track. I think that's Keddy keeping the car in the middle of the track. He's going defensive here, coming down to turn 1. Has that allowed Vinning to go for the cut back? No, it hasn't. So Keddy's still holding on to the lead, but every lap Keddy's going to feel the pressure more and more. He's going to be constantly checking his rear view mirrors. Now coming down to Sunset Corner, slightly different lines on exit there. But Keddy holding on brilliantly. Let's see if there are any battles going on further down the grid. Looks like Mayer, after his spin or collision on lap 1, has managed to crawl back some time. He's catching up to the back of Adam in the number 777 Ferrari. Both these drivers in the same class, so this will be for position then. And, looks like Oz has got Danitz all over the back of him. These two drivers slightly dropping off from Tadema ahead. What's the gap? 3.7 seconds to Tadema. So he's really took advantage of the drivers battling behind him. And oh, that's Sergio Oz very late on the brakes. No, he's run wide then, and lost the position to Danix. So Oz down into P10. And could this be his opportunity to pit? Yes, he's diving into the pits then. There we go, halfway through the race, just 22.5 minutes left to go. Keddy is still leading strong here at Kyalami. Just go on board with Finning now. Hard on the brakes, and Finning taking a lot more of the inside curb than Keddy has done. Oh, there we go, Finning diving into the pits now. This could be the undercut, and oh, that's Alfie and Sebastian following him in, almost making contact, those two, but managing to get the car stopped just in time. So let's switch back now to a different battle once these drivers pit. Could also be good for Keddy actually, since doesn't have to worry about the driver behind. He can focus on putting some lap times in. But we'll see once they exit the pits, once everyone has pitted. And oh, that's a car off. Not sure who that is. I think that's Alex Zakdal. Yes, it was. But he seems to have got it going then. Now Tadema up into P3 provisionally. Seems to be quite a battle going on for, oh wow, almost making contact there. For P14, a few drivers in the mix who haven't pitted yet. Number 64, Honda, with a flash of his lights, flashing the driver up ahead. I believe it's Mayo who's dived into the pits then. Both drivers on different strategies, so that's probably what the flash of the lights was for. But that's Amir stuck behind Adam. Two Ferrari drivers on different strategies. This is going to allow the Honda to catch right back up to Amir now. But Amir's having a look up the inside. Oh, almost making contact once again. But the 64 Honda's going to try and follow him through. Yep, both attempting around the outside, and the Ferrari of Adam really not leaving the 64 Honda much space. But he's got the move done. Doesn't have to worry about him anymore. He's just going to focus ahead on Amir, who's currently running in P13. But that will change after the pit stops. And here we go, Keddy into the pits. He's currently leaving the pits now. Where is Chris Finning? Exiting the final corner. This is going to be very close. Has Finning got the job done? No, he hasn't. Keddy still holds on to P1. And Finning seems to have lost some time in the pits actually. So Keddy with a remarkable pit stop there. Playing his cards right. And he's managed to hold on to P1. Where is Sebastian and Alfie Baron? Alfie Baron seems to be ahead of Sebastian. So Sebastian's lost quite a lot of time. I'm not sure what's happened to him. You can see he's only just entering Sunset Corner. But Alfie is well up the road there. Although he's got some traffic in front of him. Flash of the lights from Alfie. He's going to lose some time to Sebastian, but he's going to try and have a look. And there we go. Got past the back marker, I believe. Let's go back to this battle. Honda's right on the back of the 789 Ferrari of Amir. Oh, and that's the Honda gone. Mate has lost the car there. And he's lost a few positions as well, so I think he's lost a position to, I believe that Adam in front of him, but the Lexus of, I think that's the Lexus, oh, I don't know who that Lexus is actually. I believe they are either a back marker or on a different strategy. Yes, back marker, blue flags currently being waved. There we go, Adam into the pits now. And an unfortunate spin for the Honda driver. As soon as we switched to him, something had to go wrong. But Rick Tadema still in the provisional lead. Keddy still managing the gap to Vinning. Vinning hasn't really been able to catch up to the back of him yet. But the gap about 7-8 tenths between the two drivers then. And Alfie Barron is quite a long way back, 4 seconds to these two in front. There we go, Tadema now into the pits. Petrovic still opting to stay out, which is 15.5 minutes left of the race. And that's the Lexus of, I believe that's Quinn Ward. Let's see if we can find him on track. No, I think Quinn may have retired from the race. Can't seem to find him on track, so yeah, I think he has retired then. That would be a different Lexus. Can't quite see what the number is. But definitely not battling for position with Petrovic or Toth. Petrovic still yet to make his pit stop, so Toth behind him he won't have to worry about. There we go, lets him through. And oh, that's Toth very late on the brakes and very sideways on the exit. So he's lost some time as a result, but let's go down to battle for P12. Looks like Sacchetti has got Danix behind him. Not the best of races for Sacchetti. He's going to lose quite a few championship points here to Nishira, who's currently in P5 after qualifying in P8. But let's see who's gained the most positions so far. Looks to currently be Petrovic's, but he's yet to make his pit stop. So he will drop down the order then. And those positions will change. Artem Kudasov once again. Let's see if he's made his pit stop. He has. Once again, qualified in P28, has made 13 positions. Did something similar last round. But he just seems to be so much better in the race than he is in qualifying. That's going to be good points for Kudasov. Scroll down to Derek, who's currently batting for position with That's touch on green there in the 325 Audi. He's going to have a look up the inside. No, has to back out of that. Coming down to the fast left-hander. Is he going to be close enough to make a move on the Audi? No, the Audi's going defensive. And Derek's going to have to settle for P19 at the moment. But he's practically pushing that Audi around the corner. The Audi kicking up some dirt there. And coming down to the start-finish straight. Derek a bit too far back to go for a move. And here we go, back to the race lead. Vinning has closed the gap to Keddy, but Baron in P3 hasn't been able to catch up to these two ahead. The gap has actually increased to 4.4 seconds. Last time we checked it was 4 seconds exactly. So it has increased, but that could be the concertina effect. Now having a look at Nicholas Keel. He's got Amir very close behind him now. About to come onto lap 19. Seems to have had a bit of a wiggle on the exit, did Keel. Is that going to allow Amir to have the better run coming down the straight? Got some damage on the front of that Ferrari. So it's not going to help him on the straights or through the corners. The Porsche taking a bit more curb, and it seems to have unsettled it slightly because Amir's right in the back of him now. You can see Keel was going defensive, he was back over to the racing line. Knows that Amir can't get the move done through this corner. Let's go back to this battle. Vinning has only got 10.5 minutes left to make this move, and I think this is where he's going to start being more aggressive, and he needs to be after sitting behind Keddy for so long. I'm sure he's eager to get this move done as soon as possible. Under the brakes for turn 1. Once again, Vinning taking a bit more curb, slightly different lines between the two. Vinning losing a bit of time on the exit there. He's not close enough yet, but he needs to be right on the rear bumper of Keddy into one of these corners in order to make a move. And he was faster the last lap, so he definitely has the pace to get the move done. But he needs to try and keep it together because I think he's lacking a bit of consistency here. There we go, once again, different lines from both the drivers. Vinning taking a slightly tighter line, Keddy using all of the track available. I think that's helped him for his exit because he has gained a couple tenths there. Vinning very, very late on the brakes. At the moment, his best opportunity to focus on the exit out of the last corner and get the run coming down into turn 1. Could this back marker help them though? He's moved out the way there. And Vinning once again too far to go for a move. Looks like Keel has still been able to hold off Amir. Amir not able to get close enough once again. Coming down to turn 1. I think that damage is really not helping him in the later stages of this race. But we'll keep an eye on those two. Let's go back to the Honda driver. Still got Zachetti behind him, but Zachetti not the best pace on this race so far. The last lap was a 1:42.5 and the Honda driver must have made a mistake. So a 1:45 from the Honda 64. So not sure what's happened to him. Petrovic still yet to make his pit stop, so he's really leaving it late here at Kyalami. I wonder if that's going to benefit him in the long run. Definitely won't be up for P1 in the AM class. Oh, that's Danix losing the car there. Got too much on the exit, took too much curb on the exit, and clipped a bit of the grass as well. And that completely unsettled the car. So in the process, lost a few positions down into P15 now. There we go, having a look up the inside on the Lexus. There we go, blue flag's being waved, so he's got past those. So let's go back to the battle for the lead. Keddy only has to hold on for a few more laps, but it's going to be a long 5 minutes here for Keddy. And Vinning could just be waiting till the last few laps to get the move done here. Or he's just not been able to get it done at all. He's trying. That last lap, Keddy was quicker, but let's see when they cross the line. This time it's Vinning who is quicker, 2/10 quicker than Keddy. But you can see Vinning not as strong as Keddy in Sector 1 here. I think this is where he loses most of the time. And looking back at the battle between the Honda 64 and Zachetti and the 126 Bentley, both those drivers still the same as it were, but oh, looks like Zachetti's made a mistake somewhere, because he's dropped back 6 seconds to the Honda 64 car. So I'm not sure what's happened there. Let's look down to the battle for P14. Wendy's still holding off, and that's Danix after his mistake has got Tugberg in the number 11 BMW all over the back of him, and that's David, that's Wendy. Round, I think he hit the wall there when trying to get the car back around, I'm not too sure, but he's lost a few positions in the process. He's down into P16 now. So unfortunate there for Wendy. But back to the battle for the lead. Keddy's still holding on now. Oh, a bit of a slide there from Keddy, but he's held it together nicely. Will he have to go defensive here? No, because Winning's still too far back for a move. And like I mentioned earlier, Kyalami, not the easiest of tracks to overtake on. The best opportunity is coming down to turn 1, or even the final corner. The heavy braking zones are the best overtaking places here. And that goes for any track really, but is Chris Vinning going to have a look up the inside? He possibly could have. But I think he just needs to go for a few dummies here and get into the head of Keddy. But it just seems like Chris Vinning is a bit reserved at the moment. And with just 2 minutes left of the race to go, he's running out of time to get the move done, but I'm sure Keddy will be happy with the win here. Chris isn't putting his nose up the inside really in any of the corners, not showing himself up the inside. But now they're going to be encountering some traffic, so this could mix things up. We've currently got Petrovics, who has made his pit stop, and he's down in P19 then. The championship, no, not the championship leader actually. But he may be after this round. And I believe he will be. But now looking back at the battle for P8, Tademo's lost some time somewhere. He's got Nicholas Keel behind him, and I believe that's the 64 Honda. Also, and Amir is in P7, so he seems to have got past Keel somewhere. But there we go, 2 drivers, the BMW of Tadema and Keel running slightly wide there, kicking up some dirt. But they're lucky they've got a right-hander next. Since the dirt is on the other side where the tyres aren't being used as much.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now.
There we go, leader on the final lap. This is the last lap of the race. Keddy has got 1 more lap to hold on to the lead, and likewise Vinning is running out of corners, running out of time to get this move done. A bit of a slide there from Vinny and Keddy, likewise running wide. See some slight understeer there from Vinning, possibly struggling with the tyres in the later stages of this race. He's not going to have enough here to get past Keddy yet, but there's still a few corners to go. As we know, anything can happen. We've still got that deadly sausage curb on the inside of the penultimate corner. That could make or break things here for Keddy, or even Vinning, but let's see. Coming up to the penultimate corner now. Both kept it clean there, and it looks like coming through the final corner now, it's going to be Keddy taking the race win here at Kyalami. Flashing lights there from him. Flashlights from Vinning, finishing in P2. Barron managing to get up into P3, taking the final podium spot there after starting in P4. And Sebastian, unfortunately, losing position, is finishing in P4. Nashira in P5. Toth has still got a few corners to go. finishing in P6. And oh, that's Zachetti with a drive-through on the last lap. He won't be able to serve that, so he's going to be picking up a time penalty. I'm not sure what the time penalty is, but Tueaday now coming through the final corner, just about holding on to P8 here. You know, that's Amir just up ahead. No, Amir's dropped down. Amir's lost a few positions. What's happened to him? So Tueaday in P7, Keel in P8, the Honda of Mate in P9, Amir down in 10th, Zachetti in 11th, Kudasov in 12th, and still waiting for the rest of the drivers to finish. But there we go then, Keddy in P1, Vinning in P2, and Alfie Barron in P3. Those are your top 3 podium finishes for Kyalami. Make sure to tune in next week for round 5. That would be at Barcelona then at the same time. So make sure to tune in at 8 PM BST. But until then, have a great evening, and we'll see you then. Good night.